Happy Monday, everyone. Today is March 16th, 2026. Let's talk about every game happened on March 15th, 2026. We're very deep into the playoffs now, fantasy playoffs, and there are a lot of funny business going on, of course, with the Jazz, with the Kings, with the Pacers. If you stream the right players, they could definitely be the difference. For the Wolves, if you stream Dansumu for points and threes, great, 18 points and 4 threes. Dante, I think with the arrival of Dansuma, his minutes has been steadily going down a little bit. Still need to be rostered if you need threes and steals. He usually give you some assists as well. Had 9 rebounds here is good. I guess it was the blowout, so the minutes are below. Anthony Edwards struggled here. 5 for 10 from the line is really bad. And Julius Randle is going off at the right time. 32 points versus OKC. That's very impressive. 3 threes, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. And Rudy, of course, also struggled. OKC, Shea still got his 20 points. He almost missed it. 10 assists, 2 steals, and a block. But I think every time he played the Wolves, his efficiency is pretty bad. And he's not getting to the line as much because, the Wolves coach, Chris Finch, has repeatedly made the point that Shea get to the line way too much. That could have an impact on the referee, when they make those calls. AJ Mitchell need to be rostered. He just does a bit everything, before Jalen Williams comes back. I think he's got some value. Isaiah Hartenstein, first game back. If you need rebound and defensive stats, you got to have him. 12 rebounds here and 2 blocks in just 21 minutes. And Chet Holmgren had 3 steals and a block. Pretty good game. So with a couple guys back, if you have Case and Wallace, those guys are not must rosters anymore. Like, you just stream them. Isaiah Joe too, he hit 4 threes, and Jared McCain hit 5. This is the difference. Like, you look at Shea, he's just a +3, even though he's MVP and all that. It's their bench. And that's what really separates this team. It's just they just have a really good, well-rounded team. All these guys coming off the bench, they're just such high-quality players. Which is why, like, if Case and Wallace is going to play 35 minutes, like, he's a must roster. With Shea, if Shea, a couple guys are out. Same thing with that Isaiah Joe, even Jared McCain, like, he can get you 20 points a game. Aaron Wiggins too. Moving on to the next one. This one is kind of embarrassing. The Mavericks, who's not trying to win, they beat the Cavaliers 130, 120 on the road. Cooper Flag had a big one, 27 points, 6 assists, 2 blocks, and 6 rebounds. Really good game. And PJ Washington, he started at the center, 5 steals and a block, 20 points, 11 rebounds. Congratulations if you held on to him. But the strategy with these Mavericks guys, first of all, they're not playing a lot of these guys back-to-backs. And, Max Christie, Ryan Nembhard, you just don't know what they're going to give you. Both guys just, not good enough for you to stream, honestly, unless there's a back-to-back at this point. Najee Marshall popped off. But again, if they only play once in the next 3 days, he's a job. You're better off streaming the spot. It's also very hard to predict. Like, Chris Middleton played 25 minutes. He could play 15. So, yeah, even if they start, Christie be starting, although he's not doing much, he does have the minutes, but the trend is not your friend. Unless they play some really easy matchups. For the Cavs, Keon Ellis, every time he starts, I think we definitely can roster him stream him for threes and defense. Donovan Mitchell and Harden, I think ever since Harden gets traded, he hurt his finger. Like, he's still playing, that's good, but yeah, just 7 assists. 7 assists is good, 5 rebounds, but yeah, his numbers has fallen off quite a bit. Mobley continues to post super strong numbers, 4 blocks, 11 rebounds. However, he goes 2 for 5 from the free throw line. This is his biggest problem, is his free throws. And yeah, he's been in the league for 3 years. His free throw has not improved. So if next year you draft him, you got to think about pounding free throws, to be honest with you. He does this too often. He could have just, lost your playoffs for you. Goes 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Max Juice came back super hot. Another guy, if you want a threes, you could stream. Going to the next game, the Detroit Pistons lost to the Raptors. A pretty bad loss for Detroit. Kate Cunningham, meanwhile, had a good game. 33 points, 9 assists, and 2 steals, still doing this. Jalen Duren had 20 points, 11 rebounds. But next year, let's not draft Jalen Duren super high. He's kind of already hit his ceiling. Like, next year, sure, he could get 2 more points, zero point 0.5 more rebounds, but he's not a guy that gets a lot of defensive stats. Tobias Harris, 21 points, good enough. And Ausar Thompson had a steal and a block. Of course, you could have him for defense. If you're not looking for defense this week, for the rest of the week, you're trying to win threes, he's absolutely a drop. And a bad loss, Toronto Raptors, Jacob Poeltl, amazing, 18 rebound. Just weird, like guys are popping off at different times of the year, and you just kind of remember them, those who does really well in the playoffs, because Poeltl is basically borderline droppable. I think he was droppable. He was out. He came back, will play 20 minutes. Now he's playing 4 minutes, putting up great numbers. Scotty Barnes, amazing game here. 8 assists, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. Brandon Ingram had 34 points and 4 3, but he does absolutely nothing else. He and Scotty Barnes kind of the opposite. Scotty does everything else, and Brandon just does scoring. And he usually doesn't make that many threes either. Emmanuel quickly had a rough one, but still had 7 assists and 3 steals, and RJ had 27 points. And somehow he played 39 minutes. I don't know how much I can trust him playing 35 minutes in a night, but he had it going, so he plays some extra minutes. If you need points, you stream him. I think that's pretty straightforward. The next game is the Indiana Pacers. Lost to the Bucks. Both teams clearly they're not trying to win. So Zubac is getting a few minutes. So if he starts and you're looking for some rebounds and field goal, you could go with him. But yeah, they're not playing him 35 minutes. And that Aaron Nesmith popped off out of nowhere. 32 points. It's hard to predict, game to game. But if they play an easy matchup, you're looking for some points, threes, rebounds. You could argue like, hey, maybe I can take a look at Aaron Nesmith. Jarace Walker, he's pretty consistent getting those minutes. 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 14 points is really good. But even him, I think some games he only played 25 because they get blown out way too much. And it's not like he's that consistent anyway. So a lot of times, even he gets 25 to 29 minutes, doesn't do much with it. Jay Huff, I don't think we need to roster him anymore with the arrival of Zubac. Just does not get enough minutes. Still had 2 blocks. I guess you could still stream him for blocks, but that's about it. Moving on, we'll look at the Bucks. Some way, somehow, Giannis is still playing. Got 31 points in 23 minutes. That's great. I'm just pretty surprised Giannis is still playing. So, yeah, the Bucks, they're not going nowhere this year. And Giannis is out this summer. So, yeah. Ryan Roland is 20 points, 7 assists, and 3 steals. That's great. Kevin Porter Jr. was out. So, some of those usage goes to, I guess, Bobby Portis off the bench. Bobby Portis is really hard to predict, to be honest with you. But, if Giannis is out, definitely a streaming option for points, rebound, and threes. Miles Turner definitely droppable now. 13 points is still in the block. Moving on to the next one. And Cam Thomas, look, of course, like every once in a while he's gonna go for 30, but so often he just does not do enough. And every coach is realizing that even Doc Rivers. Moving on to the next one, the Trailblazers lost to the Sixers. A bit embarrassing. Danny Avdija, I think ever since he got hurt, he hasn't really put up the same numbers he was putting up. 25 points is great, 9 assists, 2 threes. Efficiency is rough and had 7 turnovers. Jrue Holiday, I don't know why he only got 24 minutes, but he should get more. I think we roster him, see what's going on. They gave a lot of minutes to Scoot Henderson. I guess Jrue Holiday was horrible here, minus 23. I would continue to hold Jrue Holiday. I know guys are coming back, but yeah, he should be getting 30 minutes most nights. Donovan had 3 blocks. They're not playing him 35 minutes, because they have Robert Williams off the bench who had 3 blocks and 12 rebounds as well. Robert Williams can 100% be streamed for big man stats, especially blocks. He honestly probably get more blocks than Donovan, even with the 20 minutes split. Play fewer minutes but get more blocks. Donovan should get more rebounds though, and other stats. Jeremy Grant had 20 points, 6 threes, not much else. Continue to ride with him if you need points and rebounds. He's been doing fairly well. And Kamara, this is the guy you draft on 80 and 9th. You hope that he will break out, but on this team, right, he's never going to break out offensively. So you hope he would break out defensively. Clearly, he didn't do it this year. And, I don't think 1 year, he come back next year, all of a sudden going to average 3 steals. I don't see that happening. For the Sixers, Bona will be a great stream, but actually, like here, even though he starts, Drummond got more minutes, so it's hard to predict. Like I said, Drummond got more minutes, more playing time. But next game, I think both guys, if you're looking for big man stats, stream both. And Quentin Grimes, he does this every single year because every single year the Sixer guys get hurt, and then Quentin Grimes coming average 25, 31 points. He had 3 steals and block. Absolutely must roster until Maxey or Paul George. Even when Embiid is back, he should be getting a lot of minutes. Edgecombe had a good game, 2 blocks and 18 points, and had 12 rebounds. Very impressive. And I think Dominic Barlow and Justin Edwards, both guys could be streamed as well, given all their, everybody, literally everybody is out. And that great win by the Sixers. The next game, the Warriors kept it close. They still do not have Steph Curry. Steph Curry is out for another week, and they're winning some games. So, they're going to be in the playing spot, I think. Quentin Grimes started because both Al Horford and Porzingis are both out. 3 blocks, 4 threes, that's great. I think if he starts again, you could definitely stream him for 3. He took 10 threes here. Even with Draymond Green out, they made it super competitive, which is impressive. Podziemski led the way, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 threes. What a game from him. Happy with his production. Will Richards gets the starts. I think, if he starts again, he will have some streaming value. But, the starters all play 30 minutes. Next game, right, you could have a situation they only play 15 or 20. Because Steve Kerr, he's a coach, depending on how he likes the matchup or how you playing that day, he's going to, he distribute the minutes that way. For the Knicks, great game by Jalen Brunson, 10 for 10, perfect from the free throw line, 30 points, 9 assists, 2 steals and block. Cat could not abuse the Knicks' interior defense. 12 rebounds is okay. Nobody else played well outside of these two. Right, OG had some pretty quiet game, and Mikal Bridges continued to struggle. One steal and 2 blocks. Yeah, if you don't need defensive stats, and like if you need rebound, for example, if you need assist, he's a drop. He's a drop. But he still give you 3 steals, so still a lot of categories he's giving you. But yeah, he should be useful for your team for the most part. But if the Knicks have a rough schedule, they got 2 games in the next 6 days. You gotta let him go. And it's not like he's turning around, right? He might turn around, but just the way they're playing now. The next game, well, a lot of the leagues, if you streamed Bryce Ansabar or you streamed Cody Williams last week, you might have won the league because of these guys. Because Cody Williams just dropped 34 points, 3 7 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal and a block. After this game, we have to roster him. I think it's just they don't have anybody. Isaiah Collier is another guy that we could definitely stream, and Bryce Sansabar too. Although he only played 23 minutes, so he could definitely have 30 if he played 35. So they play this guy Harkless 40 minutes, so we could stream him next game. But I would check like who is coming back next. Filipowski is out for rest, so Garcia definitely is not getting 43 minutes. But if he starts again, we can stream him. I don't think Lauren Markkinen and Keontae George are coming back anytime soon, to be honest. And I wouldn't even roster them because when they come back, they're going to play 20 minutes. So 20 to 25. And so, it's time to let both of these guys go. For the Kings, same thing. If you stream some of these guys, they're league winners. Precious Achiuwa being on top of the list. 20 points again, 11 rebounds. And I think if Russell Westbrook is out, and I know Jazz is an easy matchup, Killian Hayes you could stream him for assist, at least assist and steals, right? And you're not trying to win field goal, of course. Renard played 28 minutes, not the best game, but I think he remain a must roster. And Clifford played 26. I still think he needs to be rostered. I mean, the minutes was a bit rough because he had 6 fouls. And Dylan Cardwell, if you're looking for rebound and blocks, and the Kings got a good schedule, he's a guy we could stream. I think right now he's getting 50 minutes. And you never know. Maybe he start getting 20 to 25 in the next, for next week. So he does have that upside. So I'll pay attention to him. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.